Hello. What do you want?
I have a headache, sir. Did the nurse send me?
Well, don't bother me. Go home.
I can't go home, sir. I need a living.
You don't have any parents. Poor child. Poor Finn. Child. Please. Come inside.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Please stop crying.
Okay.
School Reunion is the third episode and story in Series 2 of the revived era of Doctor Who, and the show's 28th season overall. The episode stars David Tennant as the 10th Doctor, Billie Piper as Rose Tyler, Noel Clarke as Mickey Smith, with Elizabeth Sladen returning as Sarah Jane Smith, Anthony Head guest starring as Mr. Finch, and John Leeson returning as the voice of K9. The story sees the Doctor and Rose investigate Daffy Vale High School after Mickey informs them about UFO sightings at the school within the past 3 months. After the new head teacher, Mr. Finch, arrived, bringing in 12 other new members of staff, 7 teachers, 4 dinner ladies, and a nurse.
13 big bad people.
These sightings have also attracted the attention of journalist and former companion Sarah Jane Smith. The Doctor goes undercover as a physics teacher whilst Rose becomes a dinner lady. The Doctor soon meets Sarah Jane, though she does not know he is the Doctor yet, and later they encounter each other again. This time the Doctor reveals himself to Sarah. The team, joined by K9 Mark III and the schoolboy named Kenny, now have to stop the alien Krillitanes, who are disguised as Finch and the new members of staff, from using the children to unlock the Stasis paradigm, giving them ultimate power over the universe. What this story mainly sets out to do is reunite Sarah Jane Smith and K9 with the Doctor and show the strains of the Doctor's relationships with his companions, namely Rose and Sarah Jane. This is the main focus of the story once Sarah Jane re-encounters the Doctor in the gym, with the plot about the Krillitanes cracking the Stasis paradigm, whilst being the main plot, is put to the side at most points. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, as we can explore the emotions of the Doctor, Rose, Sarah Jane, and even Mickey with the tin dog joke. In regard to these characters, the Doctor works as he is, and David Tennant gives a brilliant performance as the 10th Doctor. Billie Piper does a good job as Rose, but there are times where I do notice these bitchy moments from her that many fans have a problem with. However, I also found a few of Sarah Jane's remarks to Rose earlier on in the episode to be a little bitchy and kind of out of character. And considering I prefer older Sarah Jane to younger Sarah Jane, these scenes feel very off-putting. Thankfully, there are only a few of these moments and only feature for a couple of minutes. Noel Clarke is great as Mickey, giving him his most active role in the series so far, certainly at least since World War III, and John Leeson is amazing as ever as K9. My favourite companion of all time, Captain Jack Harkness, comes a close second.
Ladies, your viewing figures just went up.
But the standout performance comes from guest star Anthony Head as Brother Latimer, aka Mr. Finch, the leader of the group of Krillitanes that appear in the episode, who poses as the school's head teacher. Upon recent rewatches, I did have a few problems with the episode. Whilst nicely shot and edited, there are some awkward editing at some points, with the most notable being the swimming pool scene where the characters are talking from long distance, and you can see the lines don't match up until Finch and the Doctor get closer. And as I already said, Rose and Sarah Jane are a bit bitchy to each other, and this can be distracting and, in Sarah Jane's case, out of character. But as I mentioned earlier, thankfully there are only a few of these scenes and they aren't very long. Also, K9 doesn't get enough screen time. Watch. It's my review. I can nitpick. I did like the music for this story. Murray Gold once again does a really great score, and the kids are also really good, particularly Kenny. He does a really good performance. Although that girl saying that she is happy that break time is over, yeah, I guess I'd be happy too if I was in the middle of playing a game or having a snack and then, oh, we've got to go to class early. Yeah, I'd be happy. I would not. But she does, apparently. So, also, who has actual lessons during lunch? Detentions, club, helping with other stuff maybe, but not actual lessons. Wait till after lunch, Mr. Teacher Krillitane person. Oh yeah, that girl who was happy about break time finishing early? Yeah, just because Kenny went, yes! Gives her the impression that he was somehow involved. Of course, she was right, but just one random student going yes when the school blows up somehow makes his friends know that he was involved. I'm sure plenty of the other students would have been doing that, but he hadn't been involved. At least, not involved as Kenny. Yeah, the only thing the other kids were involved with was getting out of the school on time. Overall, School Reunion is a great story with some small problems, but it's still set high as one of the best episodes of not just Series 2, but one of the best stories from the 10th Doctor's era as a whole. I did have this as a 10 out of 10 story and my favourite story of the series, but after the recent rewatch for this review, it wasn't the masterpiece I originally thought, despite it being an amazing story. There were some problems I did notice with it, but for the most part, it was really well written, really well executed, and really well performed. I give School Reunion 9 out of 10. My favourite story from Series 2 is now The Girl in the Fireplace, which coincidentally is the next story, but School Reunion comes as a very close second. Thank you for watching my review of School Reunion. I shall see you next time.